My mother abandoned me for a new family when I was 10, and now she expects to be front and center at my wedding. So I told her that only people who actually showed up for me are invited. When I was 10, my life split clean in half. My mom met a man named Greg, and overnight, everything that used to be ours became theirs. A new baby was on the way, and I went from being her daughter to being the leftover from her old life. After the divorce, I lived with my dad, but still visited my mom every other weekend, until she started canceling. First occasionally, then constantly. The excuses became predictable. The baby is sick. We're busy. It's just easier this way. Eventually, she stopped pretending and said those exact words to me. I was 10, and she didn't care. When my half-sister Lily was born, I had practically vanished from her world. During the rare visits, Lily had a princess room while I slept on the couch. Greg treated me like an obligation. My mom floated around her new family as if I were a guest, not her child. One Christmas, at 12, I gave her a silver bracelet I'd saved for. She smiled, but Lily started crying because she wanted something shiny. My mom handed her the bracelet and said, she can just borrow it. I never saw it again. At 14, I overheard her telling my dad that having me over disrupted the household. After that, visits stopped, and she didn't fight for me. She forgot my 16th birthday. She missed my graduation. She didn't call, didn't text, didn't try. She simply erased me. Meanwhile, my dad, tired, overworked, imperfect, showed up. He cooked burnt pasta, went to every school event, and stayed in my corner even when life was messy. In college, I met Daniel. Kind, patient, steady. He loved me because he wanted to, not because I filled some role. When he proposed, I cried until my dad thought something was wrong. We planned a small wedding with close friends, my dad walking me down the aisle. In peace, it was perfect, until my mom suddenly reappeared. It started with a Facebook friend request I ignored, then comments, then a long message about how proud she was and how she always knew I'd grow into something special. And then the sentence that set me on fire. I can't wait to walk my beautiful daughter down the aisle. Daughter? Now, I blocked her. A week later, her husband delivered a handwritten letter. He didn't even look at me. Inside, she wrote pages about regret, about missing time, feeling guilty, wanting a second chance, and how she dreamed of walking me down the aisle. She called it her right. I stared at those words for days. I cried, not because I missed her, but because I finally understood she was never the mother I needed. So here's what I'm doing. I'll write her back. I'll be polite but honest. I'll tell her what it felt like to be the child she replaced, how every canceled visit cut deeper, how her silence during every milestone still echoes. And I'll tell her she is not walking me down the aisle. The man who stayed, will. Our wedding is small, private, and reserved for people who love me through actions, not apologies written years too late. I won't take a cent from her. She will not get an invitation. If she truly wants to rebuild anything, she can try after the wedding, on my terms, with respect. And she can start by fixing whatever led her abandon her own child. For those wondering, yes, Lily is invited. She was just a kid too, and we stayed in touch online. She knows she's welcome. But her mother, she made her choices, and now I'm making mine.